Welcome back to the National School Games 2014, the programme that brings you the best sporting moments from secondary schools and junior colleges.
Some say in this next sport I'll be trying my hand at, I may injure my limbs or possibly even lose a tooth. But I think there's more to it than that.
You know what, Mark? I think you're going to get your butt kicked. And you saw it here first on the National School Games.
The game of rugby, which branched out from football in the 19th century, has gained a reputation throughout the years as a hooligan's game played by gentlemen. So, is rugby all about crippling your opponents? I meet up with Mohammed Zaki, manager of Singapore's National Rugby Academy, to see if he can help us debunk certain myths about rugby.
Hey Zaki!
Hey, hi Bob.
Can you teach me how to play rugby?
Sure, but later. I'm going to score right now.
Hey, wait for me!
Singapore Rugby start establishing a development department to work with the Singapore schools in 1990s, where the development officer start going out to school to introduce the sports. Basically started off from touch and they move on to playing competitive rugby. People usually assume rugby as a dangerous sport because of the physicality of the game. We hit hard, but most players hit hard without intention of injuring people. So it's the perception of people when they watch the game, when there's big collision or one small player against two big players running against each other. Maybe it look physical and brutal, but there's certain players that kind of hit is what keep them in the game. And rugby being a team sport where 15 players or 7 players playing together on the field, it can really get very close because the player really need to back each other up. Players tend to make a wrong decision and their teammate just need to react and really back whoever that make a decision up, because a second delay will just cause them to lose the ball and it will make the whole team suffer. So team bonding in rugby is quite crucial. Even after they graduate from school, players will still just meet up to play social touch over the weekend. You all can find at parks and all that, people still play rugby. As a defender, we need to have a strong body position when you get into contact. So we usually start in a quite low position. Always have your eyes on the attacking player. The best position to look at is their hip because that's where most of the movements start.
Okay.
As an attacker coming to approach you, you need to move up to close down the space. By closing down the space, they got lesser time to make a decision. So approach them as much as you can. Have your shoulder into contact, hand around him, and the best if you can keep driving yourself forward and just bring him down. And that will be a tackle that you perform.
So tackling is one aspect of the game, but as the attacking player, how do I evade somebody's tackle that's coming onto me?
Okay, obviously the attacking player is not going to make things easier for the defender as they perform their tackle. So there's a few evading technique that players usually use. One of the common ones will be fending off using their own hand. You see a defender coming towards you, you transfer the ball away from the defender, and you just stick out your hand and just try to hold him off or just push him off. The others will be sidestep, which usually come naturally for player to perform it.
After spending time with these ruggers, I realized rugby is not the violent sport that it's made out to be. It's actually about the esprit de corps, the sportsmanship and the bond among the players. I think I'm going to try and be one of them, but stay tuned for all the rugby action coming right up. Ball!